We're going to be starting with week 4 of our schedule. And yeah, let me just give a little bit of time for people to join. Alright, we should just do a little recap. Um, Go to the standings. Alright, right now, sorry, hold on. Alright, so we're gonna have 8 teams in the playoffs for each conference. Kind of like Dean's World's video where he had 6. We're gonna give the first the division winners are gonna get a bye week, and then the rest are gonna play in the wild card. Um, so right now your bye weeks are the Chiefs at 2-0-1 and the Cowboys at 3-0. The rest in the playoffs are the Cardinals, the Chargers, the Falcons, the Titans, the Jaguars, the Texans. That is your NFC, or I mean AFC uh, division standings right now. NFC, your bye weeks are going to be the Lions and the Eagles, both at 3-0. And then next in the playoffs, yeah, next in the playoffs are going to be the Steelers, Vikings, Packers, Commanders, Bengals, Giants. Surprised the Giants are in there. Um, but yeah, I'll start our first game here.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got 2 teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. It's the Kansas City.
Give me like 1 second because I had to do something. So I'm just gonna put on normal real quick. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Chiefs look like they're up 14-0 here. Halftime, they're going to go up 14-3. Just keep extending their lead. Seahawks not doing too much on offense.
So this one
Yep.
in the win column for Kansas City. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all.
This is going to be the first game. Next is the Texans at the Cowboys.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Alright, we're going to have the Texans go up early here. Texans going up 14. Cowboys trying to make a comeback. What? They tied it? What happened? Alright. I'm guessing the Texans made the last minute field goal.
But a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
I think you're exactly right about that. To me,
As the Cowboys are no longer undefeated.
Separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining.
Alright, with the Lions. That's the Steelers.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Detroit Lions.
How do you guys think the Steelers are going to actually do with Aaron Rodgers? I don't know about him just yet. I mean, he did not too great with the Jets. Having DK there will be a big help.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home.
The Lions just destroyed
Charles in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road.
Yeah, sorry, we have the Eagles, which I think I passed them. Eagles at the Panthers.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles go up first. Extend their lead 21-0. 27. Panthers finally get some points on the board. Trying to mount a comeback here against the Eagles. The Eagles not letting it happen. However, they are down 8, down 2. Can't finish it out.
And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity.
Panthers have been doing, like, oddly good, but at the same time, they haven't been winning.
ending to an entertaining contest, though.
Next up, we're going to have the Broncos at the Cardinals.
It's the National Football League on EA.
It's 24-14 at halftime. It's a pretty good score. The Cardinals take a lead. Trying to keep their lead, and they do.
Cardinals pick up the win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Broncos enjoying seeing both
Cardinals also doing really well. I'm pretty sure they're undefeated right now.
Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win.
Right, we have the Dolphins at the Saints.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's it...
Saints going up 3-0, 10-0. Dolphins at least get some points on the board. They tie it up before the half. Saints get their lead back and keep it.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield. The one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered a loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end.
Right, we have the Packers at the Colts.
It's the National Football League on EA.
It's like a pretty good game so far. They're going score for score. Packers getting a 10-point lead, extending it. Looks like Packers are going to come out on top here. And they do.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was...
Got Bengals and the Jets.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got some history.
Jets take a lead here. Bengals take it back. Looks like a pretty good game going to the fourth. Never mind.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit
Thought
different
the Jets
from
were
the
going to
first.
score
Not
again,
only
but
do we have the lead
they
change
did not.
after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head.
Cool. We have the 49ers at the Rams.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry.
Alright, 7-7 game going to halftime. Rams get 2 field goals, making it 7-13. Rams score, 49ers score. 49ers tie it up. It's overtime.
Another one in the books for his partner. Always great
The
to
Rams
be
win
by
it
your
in overtime.
Both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. And let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a...
Yep, Jaguars. Right here. And the Falcons.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
– 14-17 game going into halftime. Nobody scored in the third. Falcons trying to win it. And they do.
Here for the Falcons. That was a game that was in doubt till the very end. They were able to hold on, come away with the victory.
Alright, we have the Bears and the Bills.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in.
Bills leading 23-0 in halftime. Just keep piling onto their lead. 37-0, 40, 47. Bears are not going to score a single time.
Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you can hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers like you did while you forced turnovers. You get around any points and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are some teammates that was on the deal.
Alright, we got Patriots-Ravens here.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Might be a pretty bad game too. Oh, never mind. At least the Patriots get a point on the board, but it's still 7-27. So, yep.
Oh, it's a win here
The
for
Ravens
the
just
Ravens.
take care of business in Baltimore.
This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops.
Alright, Chargers Raiders for game 61.
It's the National Football League on EA.
Chargers up 7-0. Second half. No scoring whatsoever in this game. Chargers respond. Raiders get a last-minute touchdown.
In this one, and on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a
Very
chance
defensive
on that final
game
play
here.
and getting it to midfield.
Alright, next we have the Buccaneers and the Titans.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is...
Bucks go up 21-0. Titans score 14. Bucks respond. Bucks just every time the Titans score, the Bucks they're saying no.
So it's a win for the visiting
They win
Buccaneers.
48-28.
And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip.
We do have the Vikings Browns now.
It's the National Football League on EA.
14-17 game into halftime. Although the Vikings do take the lead now. They're up a touchdown. They're up 10. And just
a win for our visitors,
no scoring for the
Vikings.
Browns in the second
And it
half.
was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory.
Alright, Commanders, Giants. This will be the last game of week 4.
It's the NFL on EA.
Commanders go up 21-0. Giants score a field goal, 35-3. It's barely halftime now. No scoring in the third. Barely no scoring in the second half at all. But
And partner,
the
I know
Commanders
you
do
took
win
down
it.
plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright. So that is week 4 closed out. Let's check the standings here. We have Chiefs Cardinals, AFC Pacific leaders right now at 3-0-1. Rams, Chargers, Raiders are at 2-2. 49ers, Broncos, Seahawks are all at 1-3. AFC Southeast, we have one undefeated team, the Falcons at 4-0. Cowboys, Texans at 3-1. Jaguars, Titans 2-2. Bucks, Saints 1-3, and Dolphins still haven't got a win on the board. Lions are 4-0 in the NFC Great Lakes. Vikings, Packers are both 3-1. Bills, Steelers are 2-2. Colts, Bears 1-3. Browns winless. Commanders, Eagles 4-0 NFC Atlantic. 3-1 are the Bengals. 2-2 Ravens and the Giants. Patriots 1-3. Panthers and Jets are both 0-4. Now we're moving on to week 5. Starting off with the Broncos at the Chiefs.
It's the National Football.
Pretty close game right now. Say as the Chiefs go up 10. Now just a 6-point game.
No louder place
Last
in
minute score
Missouri
from the
for
Broncos, but
Kansas
it's
right now as the
too little,
Chiefs
too
take
late.
a win in Arrowhead. And this game, well, it came down to the final moments where it was their clutch score that proved the difference and set up this victory.
Alright, we got the Dolphins and the Texans. Again, I will be doing regular season is just going to be all fast simmed, and then once we get to the playoffs, I'll do like fourth quarter slow sims. If the games are interesting, of course. Texans up 17-3 here. Dolphins. Texans respond.
So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. And it could have gone either
Texans
way down
end
the
up
very
winning
end,
it.
but they were able to come up with the clutch plays to take the victory.
24-17. So now we have the Packers and the Lions.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Yeah, Lions just up 24-6 here. They even mount onto that lead.
So it's a win
Packers
here
with the late
for the
score,
Lions.
but yeah, you're just
Either
not
way you can point
coming
to
back from that late.
Always key. Tells the story so often. He did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways.
The Lions been destroying lately. Alright, should be a pretty good game. We have the Bengals. Alright, where did the Bengals? Bengals. And the Eagles.
It's the NFL on EA.
Eagles take first start. Or the first lead, my bad. It's 14-14. Eagles taking a big lead here, 31-21. 28-38. Yeah. Eagles just not stepping off of the brakes.
Charles, a lot of happy
And this
faces
is
heading into the tunnel as this one ends. An
common
understatement.
Bengals score, you know, 42-52.
Their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense.
I just noticed I actually put the Bengals as winning. They did not win that. There you go, Eagles. Alright. Next game up, Rams and the Seahawks.
It's the National Football League on EA.
Close game here, 14-21. Seahawks go up 14.
It's a win for the
Rams
Seahawks.
just not much scoring there
And Brock,
in the
we all
second
know
half.
any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the outcome.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, and also the ones that you know best. So, yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business.
Alright. Have the Falcons and the Cowboys. Didn't have to move for that one. Oh, my bad. There you go.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game,
Alright. Cowboys go up 14-0. Falcons score a touchdown. Cowboys keep it on a score 28-14. 31. 38.
So the Cowboys take the win
There
here
you
in
go.
Arlington. They did their
Cowboys
part,
win it
Brock,
38
defending
to
the home
14.
field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing.
Now we have the Bills. Steelers. There you go.
it's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Bills take first lead. Expand it 10-0. Steelers not scoring whatsoever. 13-0.
So
Bills
a
win it
road
13
win here
to 0.
for the Bills. They put together a complete
Is that the second
football
time
game as they
that they
finish
left
this
someone
one
scoreless?
in shutout fashion.
Right? Yeah, they beat the Bears 47-0. Now they beat the Steelers 13-0.
So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind.
Bills defense looking scary right now. I mean, it's against the Bears and Steelers, but leaving any team scoreless is pretty impressive. Ravens and the Panthers.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question...
Ravens go up 10-0. To halftime, still 10-0. Not much scoring this game, 12-3. As they got
The final seconds
a safety, right?
in this Baltimore
Which
victory.
is pretty crazy.
Yeah, this was about as close to a shutout as you could get. I mean,
Game
barring a game where you only allow
score
a safety, but this was the next
15
best
to
thing,
3.
just the field goal. That's all they
First
gave
of
up.
all,
Yeah, and
how do you
something,
only
they'll be
score 3
disappointed because
against the
they gave up the field
Panthers?
goal. But deep inside,
That's just what I'm saying.
somewhat satisfied as well, because you know how hard it is to keep people from scoring in this league. And the idea that you just gave up 3.
Alright. We have the Chargers and the Cardinals.
It's the National Football League on EA.
Cardinals undefeated right now. Can they keep their streak alive as they're down 14-7? Tie it up. 14-17. Cardinals take the lead. 14-20. 21-20.
The
Chargers take
this
the
one on
lead
road.
and keep
In
it.
this game, wow, it came down
The
to
Cardinals
final
are no
moments, where it
longer
was their clutch
undefeated.
score that proved the difference and set up this victory.
Alright, we have the Bucks Saints for this next game.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no...
Alright, 7-7 going into halftime. Saints take a lead, 7-14, 10-14. Bucks take back the lead, 17-14, and they keep it.
Here for the visiting Bucks. This one went down to the wire. They're able to persevere. They're going to walk out of here with a well-deserved victory.
Next we have the Vikings and the Colts.
It's the National Football...
Alright, 6-14 game, 13-14. Colts, oh, never mind, Vikings take the lead. Colts tie it up, score after score right now, 31-35. Vikings take the lead back, and they win, 38-35. Seemed like a pretty good game there.
With the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg.
Alright, we have the Commanders and the Jets. Yeah.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready?
Fourteen to 3 lead, or 14-3 score. 21-10, Commanders winning. Bunch of scoring from the Commanders here late in the game, or not even that late. It's the third quarter. Jets just don't score anymore. 49-13.
Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the deep...
Alright, Raiders-Niners. Raiders-Niners.
It's the National Football League on EA.
San Francisco winning 14-6, 17-6, 24. Raiders not doing much on offense, just a bunch of field goals. They finally do score, but it's for nothing as the 49ers win 27-16.
Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football.
Alright, we have the Titans and the Vikings. Or no, sorry, the Titans and the Jaguars. My bad. If I can even find the Jags.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love.
Titans have a lead of 14. 21. Going to the half, 21-0. Titans score again, 28-3.
So this one, a
Jags
Tennessee
do
Titan
finally score a
victory,
touchdown,
and
but
maybe more importantly, a victory
doesn't
in
do
the
much for
division,
them
which
as
always
it ends
helps.
And on the
28-10.
How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them.
All right, 2 more games here for week 5. We have, the Browns and the Bears.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and if it's in...
Three to three, going to half. A little bit of scoring here, 13-6. The Bears are winning, 6-20,
The Bears come
and
away with a win.
score stays like that.
They did their part, Brock.
Guns not
Defending
scoring
the
much.
home field, using that advantage to
Bears
secure the
scoring
victory.
enough.
We know home field advantage is a real thing. The crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping entertain.
All right, last game of week 5, and then we'll go back to the standings. We have the Giants and the Patriots. This is also game 80, close to 100. Not 1 minute.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Giants have a lead 10-0. 13. Patriots score a touchdown. Score 2, 13-14. Giants trying to come back, 16-17. 24-17 to take the lead back. It's tied.
That was an excellent come from behind
And I guess the
victory,
Giants
Charles,
score a late
especially there
field
in the
goal,
fourth quarter.
27-24.
Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously
The
did
Giants
not
are kind of
give
on
up
a roll
that
right
one,
now.
and in the end,
Did say that the Giants, with the Madden 26 rosters, are, I don't know, they're actually like kind of good on the on Madden Sim. That was the last game. Let me go to the standings here. Alright. Chiefs still undefeated at 4-0-1 in the AFC Pacific. Cardinals are now defeated 3-1-1. Chargers are 3-2. Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, Raiders all at 2-3. And the Broncos are 1-4. AFC Southeast. Cowboys, Texans, Falcons all at 4-1. Titans, Buccaneers, Jaguars at 2-3. Oh, sorry. Titans are at 3-2. Buccaneers, Jaguars are at 2-3. Saints are at 1-4. Dolphins 0-5. Still an undefeated team here with 5 wins. The Lions at 5-0. Vikings 4-1. Bills, Packers at 3-2. Steelers, Bears 2-3. Colts are 1-4, and the Browns still winless at 0-5. Commanders, Eagles, both at 5-0. That's going to be a great game once they play each other. Ravens, Bengals, Giants 3-2. Patriots 1-4. Panthers and Jets both at 0-5. So we will kick off week 6 here. There's a lot of scrolling down now since we're in game 81 now. We do have the Chiefs at the Rams to kick off week 6. I'll probably do like 1 or 2 more weeks. I don't know, just betting on how I feel.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Alright. Rams taking it early 14, 17-0, 24-0. Chiefs gonna score once, 31-0. They finally score 31-7, 31-13. Rams not letting go of the break. Chiefs do get some late points, but all for nothing, as it is 20-38.
Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory.
As I just noticed, the Chiefs are now not undefeated. We have the Texans at the Falcons.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Tied 7-7. Houston takes the lead, 17, 24-7. Falcons finally score, but Houston not letting go of the break. Falcons trying to make a late comeback here, but they cannot, as the Texans win 31-24.
Down to the very end, but they were able to come up with the clutch plays to take the victory.
Okay, we have the Lions and the Bills. Should be a pretty good game. Both of these offenses have been on fire. Also, the Bills' defense has been absolutely insanity. Past 2 weeks, haven't allowed a single score.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Bills starting off the scoring at 7-0. Are they going to win? Oh, 10-7. I meant win without Lions scoring. The Lions score a touchdown, 13-7, 21-7. Lions score again. Bills respond.
So it's a win here for the Bills.
Yeah, I think Bills defense just won them this game, 28-14. What should be another good game, we have the Eagles and the Ravens. There they are.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see.
Did not mean to do that. There you go. (14-17) into halftime. The Ravens are up 20-14. Philly takes the lead. Ravens take it back, and they keep it as they win 23-21.
And this game, well, it came down to the final moments where it was their clutch score that proved the difference and set up this victory. So that puts a bow on this one for my partner.
Next up, Broncos and the Chargers. Just noticed I accidentally put on 19 instead of 20. You know, I don't think it should matter. It's only 1 second, right? Shouldn't matter too much. Ten to 10, 17-10. Broncos in the lead. Chargers take the lead back, 17-23. Mounts onto their lead as they close it out, 31-17.
I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the...
Now we have the Dolphins. Where are the Dolphins? There they are. Alright, and the Bucks.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Dolphins have a lead here, 17-6. Not much scoring in the third. Dolphins score a field goal as they end it 20-6.
And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory.
Alright, we have the Packers at the Vikings.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC North foes.
Sorry. 31-27. Packers in the lead.
So a win here.
Vikings late touchdown to win the game, 31-34. Pretty good game there. Talking about what should be pretty good game. Bengals at the Commanders.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Bengals go up 3-0. Washington scores a touchdown, so do the Bengals 10-10. Bengals take a lead 13-10. Washington takes it back and more 24-13. 24-24, it's tied game. Overtime. Goes into double overtime. That is a tie.
And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead, and then they had to hang on for dear
Bengals
life.
Commanders tie it at 24-24.
You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game, but they did find a way to win, as you noted.
We now have the Seahawks at the Raiders.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Seahawks up 10-7. 13-7 into halftime. They keep piling onto the lead, 24-7. Raiders do finally score, but the Seahawks respond back as they win 31-10.
As they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears, hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win.
Alright, now we have the Cowboys at the Titans, or at Tennessee.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Cowboys take to the first lead, 7-0. Not much scoring happened in the second half. 14-0 in halftime. 21-7. 28-7. Cowboys just keep mounting onto the lead. Tennessee can't mount a comeback as the Cowboys win 28-14.
A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away.
Alright, now we have the Steelers and the Browns. Oh, by the way, Cowboys Titans was game 90. We were 10 games till 100.
It's the National Football League on EA.
Steelers are up 10-0, 17-7. Pittsburgh just keeps scoring, 31-13, and they close it out.
Win for the visiting Steelers. They proved much the best in this one. Again, a solid performance in all three phases of the game, and ride that to victory.
Alright. We now have the Panthers at the Giants.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Panthers go up 7-0. Giants tie it. Giants tie it back. Panthers trying to keep a lead here. 31-17. Giants trying to mount a comeback. But it is all for nothing as the Panthers win 38-27.
Offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one.
Right. Now we have the Cardinals and the 49ers.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC West foes.
Cardinals go up 6-0. 13-0 into halftime. 16. 49ers finally score. 23-13, 30-13.
Cardinals get to fly
Just not
home
much
as
scoring from
winners
the
on the
49ers
road.
here.
And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know.
Cardinals doing really well. Definitely exceeding expectations here. As we now have the Saints and the Jags. By the way, this is gonna be the last one. I feel like we're pretty much at game 100 now, and be a good place to stop it. Saints at the Jags.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Jags go up 14-21-0. 28. 35-0 in halftime. 42. Come on, Saints. At least score 8 points. There you go. 42-7.
So the
As
Jaguars
it is
come away with the
not
win
even
this one.
close.
And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early.
We have 2 more games. 95, game 95 and game 96. The Colts and the Bears. And as always, we'll watch a bit of the last game if it's interesting. You know what? If this game's interesting, we'll stop it in like the 4th quarter. Might as well.
National Football League on EA Sports.
So we'll do this by quarter instead. Chicago up 7-0 in the first quarter. They go up 10. Indy does score a field goal, but Chicago scores again with 17-3. Colts trying to do something here. It is 10-17. They are down just a touchdown here for the fourth quarter. Do a change of possession. Chicago scores again though, 24-10. They're down 14. Still possible, but they do gotta start doing stuff on offense and defense. And there's their defense doing good. They just need their offense to do some here. Pretty sure this is Daniel Jones handing off to Jonathan Taylor.
And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play.
Doesn't look like JT is doing much on the ground. Just kind of surprising.
Turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. That's complete to Pittman. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got first down from the 31.
All right, Colts trying to score here. Trying to make this a manageable game with 6 minutes left. Jonathan Taylor fumbles the ball. Good thing he barely even fumbled that. He really just like let go of the ball.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
Daniel Jones almost throwing an interception.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender.
As I don't think Pittman was open whatsoever on that.
Did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Third and 6. Throws it a slant.
And he'll push
and they get the first.
And earn them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
And 5 minutes left to mount this comeback. Good pass up the middle. It's lost. Bears recover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't.
As I'm pretty sure that's just game right there.
On every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a kill.
Bears just got to waste time. They're up 2 scores already. 5 minutes to go.
Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some...
Yeah, they don't score, but 2 minutes left. We'll see if they even score here. Which they do not. So the Bears win this 24-10.
Brock defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere.
All right. Last game of the day is going to be the Jets and the Patriots. Not a very hyped game, but you know what? Maybe it'll be a great game. You never know.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I did not mean to do end of the game. There you go. Jets are up 17-6. Come on, New England, make this interesting. Nope. Unless they score. Now it's interesting. Jets. New England gets the ball back. Chance. Never mind. Spoke way too soon. As they're now up 10. They can get this with 6 minutes. They just kind of have to score here. Change of possession.
First down throw for May.
Drake May gets pressured and gets sacked. It's now 2nd and 23.
Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position.
Not great if you're trying to come back down 10.
But you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long.
Drake May.
Again, following the sack.
Pass.
Pass taken in by Diggs.
I was going to say, probably Diggs.
After gaining a handful.
This is
Literally,
win-win situation.
I would think the Patriots had another X-Factor receiver, but there it is. Even though I don't really think Stephon should have an X-Factor. I don't know, I'm just not too high on him right now.
Complete beyond the marker. And he almost reaches
Drake May has a wide open man to the sideline.
3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package.
Yeah, 5 minutes left. Down 10.
Like that.
They need a field goal or a touchdown.
Down 1st and 10. Dump off caught by his back. And he
Preferably a touchdown here,
it's a
but
loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any play.
Can't really go down the field if you're getting negative plays like that, can you?
When you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. To the air yet again, May.
Drake May with another dump off. Getting no yards. It's now 3rd and 14.
That just might be a
Clock winding down.
As soon as you let it go, I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
5 DBs out there for the Jets. 3rd down. On the gun, it's May.
They need to get a first here, and they do, and more. Diggs with the touchdown.
The Patriots making a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route...
All right. So, go change of possession. And now we're going to watch their defense, see if they can get a stop here. Diggs just coming off the big touchdown to make it a 3-point game. But now their defense has to get a stop here and try and give their offense some time to work with. Having Christian Gonzalez on the field would be a really big help, and it's almost intercepted. I don't know what he saw there. He was covered.
And now it's 2nd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Second down and 10.
Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson.
Reeled in by Wilson. And a nice gain
Have a gain
here,
of
but
7.
it stopped short of the first.
3rd and 3. They just need to get first down here. Honestly, don't know why they're passing it so much. I would just be running the ball. Get the clock to go down. You are up 3.
Receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other. Give him a chance to make a play.
3rd down, give to Hall. And he's dropped
So Hall
just
puts a
short
4th
of
and
the
1.
marker, maybe a yard
And I don't think the
away.
AI is going to go for this.
We'll get a stoppage now.
Honestly,
Looks like
I
we
don't
have
think
someone banged
you
up
should
after
go
that
for this
run. He needed some
anyway.
attention.
Depends how close the 4th and 1 is. So they're probably going to punt it here.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he's been getting all of it every time out. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And he is... this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air, it's May. That's taken in by Henry. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend.
All right, sorry about that. I had to take a call. But hope the commentators kept you entertained. 3rd and 2. Patriots still trying to make this comeback. They were down 10. Now all they need is a field goal to tie.
Running for it with Stevenson.
Stevenson does not get the first. He gets a yard at best. 4th and 2.
Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll try it now with Stevenson.
Stevenson barely gets that, but he finds the hole for the first.
They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Patriots trail by a field goal. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Alright, 2 minutes left. Patriots need a field goal. He throws it again to Stephon.
And they catch up to him, but
He has a big gain. Wonder how many yards he has, because even with like those 2 passes that we've seen,
you know, Kate, we often talk about flipping
should
the
have
field in
quite a
special
bit.
teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot.
Time is going down.
Flip the field and the tone of this drive.
Which you do want to start wasting a bit of time here. If you're the Patriots, throw up the middle.
That'll be complete to Hollins.
Should have been first. I thought that was the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Patriots
If you're the
trying to hustle
Patriots, you
everyone
still
up to the
want to try
line.
and get a touchdown here. Another throw up to the
Completed over
middle. Short game.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's now officially only a minute left.
Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. Setting up to pass.
And touchdown wins you the game. Oh, Drake made sack. Patriots use their first time out.
On a pivotal play late in this ball game. All right, here we go. Second down.
Right. And they only need a field goal. From here, I think Madden kickers can kick from here. So I think they're good on the field goal department.
And it's good
It's just,
but they tackle him short of the stick.
if you try and get a touchdown, you win the
Now
game.
we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. Still one more in their pocket to use. And it's a nickel look from the Jets. Third down. Now to throw.
Stephon, another go.
Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead.
Now the
here in
Jets
the
are going to have,
minutes.
what, like
Incredible
25
execution.
seconds?
The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Perfect pass. An open Diggs. As it's looking good right now for the Patriots. Jets are going to have about like 20-25 seconds to score a touchdown.
Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.
Alright. Let's change of possession. Alright, they're going to have 27 seconds. To go down the field and score a touchdown. They're on their 30. They have all 3 timeouts still.
Here he is to throw.
Receivers going deep, pressured, had to
He's
throw it
just gonna
out.
Get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to throw.
As an open man breaks a tackle, still on his feet. As he gets down to the 43. 14 seconds left. Still have 2 timeouts. It's a big play right there.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Shotgun snap to Fields.
Needing a touchdown, throws it out. Broken tackle again. Need to call a timeout here. Of 8 seconds for a 6-yard gain. I don't think that was really worth it. Now here you probably have like 2 plays. One, throw it, get out of bounds real quick, or you get down, and then shot to the end zone. Nope, they just go straight to the end zone. You're gonna have one more play.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close.
Could have had to. You could have got more yards and then take your shot at the end zone.
Out there, and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. One final shot here.
This is the last play. Fields to the end zone. Intercepted. Patriots win this game with the comeback win, down 10.
And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game.
All right. Let me get out of here so I can stop here. I can't speak. Holy. Standings. We're going to the standings. So I can say what the standings are right now. AFC Pacific, no more undefeated teams. Cardinals, Chiefs are at the top at 4-1-1. Chargers 4-2. Sorry about that. Rams, Seahawks 3-3. 49ers, Raiders 2-4. Broncos 1-5. Cowboys, Texans both 5-1. Falcons 4-2. Jaguars, Titans 3-3. Bucks 2-4. Dolphins, Saints both at 1-5. NFC, Great Lakes. Lions, Vikings both 5-1. Bills 4-2. Steelers, Packers, Bears 3-3. Colts 1-5. Browns winless at 0-6. Commanders, I think, are only undefeated team left at 5-0-1. Eagles 5-1. Ravens 4-2. Bengals 3-2-1. Giants 3-3. Patriots 2-4. Panthers 1-5. Jets 0-6. And that is going to be it for today's live. I hope you guys enjoyed. We will continue this tomorrow about the same time. At 1. We started this at like 12:30-ish. We'll start it again tomorrow at like 12:30-ish too. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow.